Hey Leute, willkommen zurück zu Danganronpa 2. Goodbye Despair.
Impossible!
Hajime, I can't believe you bought that thing and you paid $1.5 million for it too. But even you said you should have just settled it with money to get out of seeing that movie. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing, you know. Just leave me alone. He always went nuts to watch it. Your tsundere knows still knows the limits. Just like me to make Hajime so prickly. I might be hiding a past where I was once known as a prima donna of the mascot world. Definitely weren't called that.
Hey!
It's about time you showed your dear side, you know? Come on, live yourself up a little.
So...
Wait for a bit, okay? Ich dachte, ich muss raus. Und warten, aber anscheinend nicht. I'm definitely gonna buy that. Every time Monokuma shows up on these screens, I get a chill that makes my heart leap. Surveillance camera, beyond that Monokuma is. No, it's whoever controlling Monokuma. Why are they doing this? Jetzt siehst du hier vielleicht auch die Maske. It reminds me that item should be on top of the counter. Yeah, die Maske. This one. Looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monami's face on it. How did they catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag, used for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item, only one person can have it. If the tote bag is gone, that means...
What's this?
Well there, were you interested in buying that tote bag?
Too bad!
Well, that's just too bad, it's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
You're so stupid!
There's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that revealed who the killer is. So the killer bought it.
Shocking!
Remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one, it's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference?
Hey,
When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that pisses me off.
Well now.
I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
Now then.
Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
This is exciting, exciting! I apologize for keeping you waiting. World-famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monami, 2.5D. You will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this 2.5D. That sounds so half-assed.
Now then, please relax and enjoy the film!
That's doof.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise, and was whisked away to Monami's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change.
Ja, es ist fucking Zauberer von Osten.
So he began his journey to see the wizard Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends.
Es ist Wizard of Oz.
Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide,
Okay, so ist aber Zauberer von Oz nicht abgelaufen.
the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died.
Ach, das soll der Tod von Ibuki sein, ne?
He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
Okay. Das hatten wir jetzt nicht, aber sie hängt an dem
He
Baum.
also met a Monami Tin Man who was missing a heart. So Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
Okay, das hatten wir nicht. Ja, aber gut, es gab auch keinen
After a
dritten
lot
Ort.
of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful.
Deswegen haben die ja gesagt, es könnte auch noch ein dritter Mord passiert sein, aber das zweite war zwar nicht mit Pfeilen, ist es nicht passiert, aber sie hängt an dem Baum und ja, Yoko hängt zwar nicht an dem Baum, aber sie hängt irgendwo dran.
Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami.
Was?
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
Alter.
Phew!
Man, movies are the best. That round was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, one for each head.
So,
Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
bye-bye!
I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call that a movie?
Well,
But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah, just like you said, the characters that were killed in the movie matched the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Not just that, but Yoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too.
but
It would have been a complete imitation if the killer killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer's upset about that right now, or if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. The Wizard of Monami. So ein Scheiß. Aber auch irgendwie so geil.
Hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome! The class trial's gonna start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP! I'll see you soon!
It's already time. So this again. I need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hyoko became victims in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. Obwohl, jetzt glaube ich sogar schon da, wenn ich so rumlaufe. Warte mal, ich muss jetzt gerade mal das Ding nachchecken. Hauptmeter, alles noch okay. Hi. Gibt glaube ich auch noch 2 Inseln, ne? Oder? Ja, noch 2 Inseln. Ja, ja. Okay, warte, wie viele Steps brauchst du noch, bis das Ding... Ach nein, ich will nicht die scheiß Rules angucken, Mann. Okay. 892. So I get ready to mount Monokuma more. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of the Monokuma Rock, and soon enough.
Welcome!
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial?
Wait!
Hey, Turk, hold it right there.
Monomi's such
What?
a dumb child.
Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short of few brain cells.
Hey!
My brain works just fine.
Hey, hey!
Monokuma, what did you do with Nekomaru? I see, so you've come to avenge him.
Yes!
Avenge? That sounds like he died. Sounds like, you say, oops.
Anyway...
Since Nekomaru's unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Bye-bye!
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
hey,
Is he gestorben? Did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nekomaru's dead. He's just trying to piss us off.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way. Not in a million years.
Well...
More importantly, it's best if you worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru. Warte. Achso. Ich hab's falsch überhört. Ich dachte gerade schon, er hätte gerade revealed, dass Nekomaru der Killer ist. Why are you so excited about that?
How about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail.
What do you yearn for?
What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our line of silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller, but I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. When everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, the elevator began its deep descent as usual, but nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly, so light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness, and I walked into that place.
What?
My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, two people got killed at the same time and Nekomaru's not here either.
Hey!
Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No!
Why bother?
Let's...
What?
Well now.
Alright, let's begin.
Yahoo!
It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. And so the curtain of the third class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of her group. When I was with her, all my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hyoko Saionji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiro's death. The person who killed those two is among us. I definitely can't believe it. Whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friend's sake. For Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. And so the curtain of the third class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, glowing with hope and despair, has begun. Ja, ich möchte speichern. Danke. Und da geht's schon wieder los. Wir können endlich mal einen Skill. Und zwar Cheat Code. The time limit doesn't decrease even if you shoot. Cannot be combined with Infinity Unlimited Flame. Weiß ich was das steht. Okay. Wir lassen es einfach auf normal, ganz ehrlich.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Weil auf einfach das Spiel macht gar keinen Sinn.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Und dann verändert sich ja gar nichts bei den verschiedenen Sachen.
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
Ja, danke.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Ah ja.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Das stimmt.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then, I noticed Ibuki was gone. So, I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so, we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Huh?
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it. I should have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Willst du das sagen können? All room keys, double thick paper, surveillance monitor video.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
I'm not the killer. There should be a contradiction somewhere. Need to find out and break through.
Hajime's...
Ja, aber das Ding ist, wo wir halt auch theoretisch Dinge verneinen könnten, ist ja das Ding. Um die wirklich so umzubringen, hätten wir den Film ja schon sehen müssen. Und Monokuma hat ja gesagt, weil wir den zum ersten Mal schauen. Und Nagito war ja sogar dabei.
Testimony is clearly suspicious.
Was mache ich denn? Ich muss nachgucken, was ich alles für Dinge habe.
Hajime's testimony is a lie. Then the fact that Ibuki hung herself.
Oh, Hilfe.
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
Ach, war der Movie Tick. Okay.
Hajime's testimony.
Hajime's and the fact that Ibuki.
That would also.
I don't think I can. After all,
Why would Hajime?
Well, obviously.
Did Hajime kill both?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. No, that's wrong! I'm not the killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
Gut Leute, ich würde sagen, wir machen hier im nächsten Part weiter bei Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair im Class Trial Nummer 3 und ciao.